ask you, well, thank you for, coming on. And I just wanted to interview and ask you, like, your whole experience. I know you was in Luxembourg, and
Mhm.
how was that just, like, getting home? Like, how did this all impact you?
Oh, so we played our last game, and we heard about the corona when it started. So we just like, all right, maybe it's just going to stay, in China or whatever.
Yeah.
But so after we heard, like after it started getting a little bad, and when it came to Luxembourg, at first it was only maybe like it was a low rate. It was maybe like 6 cases in Luxembourg.
Yeah.
So we was like, oh, okay, it's not gonna bother. Like
Yeah. It's
we're
chill.
still gonna go on, we're still gonna play. So no one like really thought anything of it. Like no one paid any mind to it. It was like if anything, Luxembourg has the best doctors, hospitals and stuff like that. So
Right.
um so once it like 2 weeks go by and it got bad to where like other countries nearby were shutting down and stuff like that. So at that point we just started waiting. It was a waiting process. So we just like, all right. So the weekend before I came home,
Hmm.
it was the cup game.
Okay.
Well, we didn't play anyways. We didn't make the cup this year. So we didn't play. So we had that weekend off. So I actually was going to go to London to visit my cousin. He plays out there. So I
Okay.
was going to go to London and visit him. And then they was like, you shouldn't do no traveling, blah, blah, blah. I was just like, oh, snap.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a bummer because I was like, this was gonna be my first time going to London and
Right.
having another break. So I was using that time to try to just travel. So after that, it
Mhm.
was just like we were just waiting to see if they was gonna cancel it or waiting to see like if the cases were gonna be more because the 6 cases at the time they survived. Like they got through it, they got better. So
Okay.
it was just like they're not gonna shut down Luxembourg. Luxembourg like this small.
Right. Right.
So yeah, so it was just waiting. So a few days go by and they actually canceled
Mm-hmm.
season.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a bummer. Everyone was just like, are you sure they did? Everyone wasn't like Luxembourg did not really like care too much. They
Yeah.
didn't feel like it was gonna be like too bad. They didn't think like it was gonna get any worse. Which I feel like it didn't get any worse. Even still being here, like I still talk to a few people in Lux and it's just like it's the same for
Wow.
real.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. So the process after they canceled the season, so I stayed for an extra week because I had my sister plays in France. So
Okay.
she was already visiting me.
Okay.
So she was like, oh well, I'm just gonna stay with you since you're still here. You know what I'm saying? So she stayed and we just was chilling in the house. We did home workouts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I had a meeting with my president of the club. We had to do a virtual meeting because no one knew what was going on. So they canceled it, and then it was a matter of trying to book a flight from Lux home. Like I'm in Detroit right now, Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
So it was a matter of changing my flight from May until April, like March. I mean,
Wow.
so yeah, and then it was a matter of seeing what airports were still open at the time.
Yeah. Mhm.
Because Paris was really bad.
Wow.
And Paris like shut down everything,
Oh.
and then Lux Airport has shut down flights as well. So I was like, oh man. So I was like calling my dad every day, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come home, be stuck in Luxembourg and stuff like that. And he
Yeah.
was like, don't worry about it, they'll figure it out. If anything, you can stay. I mean, my sister was there, so I was like, I could stay. It's
Yeah.
no big deal.
Yeah.
But I also was thinking like, okay, what if hers get canceled? What if she goes home? Because at the time, a lot of Americans was going home.
Okay.
So
It's crazy.
yeah, so it was just like waiting. So eventually they found a flight. Paris and Luxembourg both opened the airports back up.
Okay.
So I ended up flying from Luxembourg to Paris
Okay.
and then Paris to Atlanta, Atlanta to Detroit.
Oh.
Which actually was a really smooth travel. I was surprised because I thought they was like I was a little nervous that they were gonna like make us do like this test, like all type of. I didn't think any. I just was thinking anything at the time. I was a little nervous, so. But it was a little scary because like flying and everyone was having like masks on. At the time, I wasn't like,
Yeah.
I wasn't wearing a mask. I wasn't thinking about it. It was just like,
Yeah.
but yeah. So they actually, when I got to Atlanta, they did fever checks.
Mm.
So I mean, I was just like, okay, it's not that bad. You know, they just scanned the little fever thing, and then they wrote our fever down. And if we pass, of course, you get to, you know, proceed with your travels. So, but no, it was actually a smooth transition to get me home.
Right. Right.
But
Wow.
once I got here, it was it's
Crazy.
been kind of like crazy here.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that's interesting. How overseas is pretty chill, you know, except for like maybe like Italy, but um, our numbers have just skyrocketed. Like it's crazy. Like, so what do you think about that? Like, why is it so bad here compared to other places?
Where are you currently at?
I'm in DC, Maryland, the DMV area.
Okay. Um, Personally, I like my dad has constantly been watching news. We wake up and watch the news all the time. And I never was a big news, like I actually wouldn't sit in front and watch the news all the time. But ever since it's been going on, I've been watching the news. But it's just like it's for one, of course it's been affecting a lot of Black people.
Yeah.
A lot of Black people have been dying from it. And my uncle actually had COVID-19, and he just it was bad. Like we used to call him every day to check on him. It was really bad. At first I didn't even recognize his voice. He had no voice.
Wow.
So like we used to call him every day. So it went on for about 16 days, he said. So just yesterday he called us and he's been good. He's been good. He's happy, and his birthday is actually today. So I'm pretty happy that he got better enough to see his 50th birthday. So it was pretty good to, you know, witness like him getting better, like proceeding through the process. But he said it was like horrible.
Dang.
He said it was horrible. He was like, he never felt like that ever in his life. And like my uncle, he works at like a really public like mall.
Okay.
He has his own business, so he just felt like, you know, people come in and out. And he had actually shut down, like when they were shutting stuff down, he just was like, I guess I could have contracted it. He didn't know how. He really didn't.
Dang.
So, but I'm happy he's doing good. But I really think it's just because a lot of people, I also think it's because a lot of people has been coming back home as well. Because
True.
like all the athletes I know all had to come home, and a lot of them, I just feel like, you know, it could possibly be just like we coming from Europe, you know. Thank God I haven't been sick. I haven't contracted or anything. I only knew of my uncle having it, so it was just like.
Yeah.
But when I came home, I was kind of excited because I was like, it's not gonna be that serious, you know what I'm saying? I get to see my people, and then I get home, and it just, as the longer I've been here, it had got worse. They
Mm.
started shutting more stuff down, and eventually I haven't seen no one in my family.
Wow.
So I
Man.
seen like my little niece and my sister. They stayed with us for like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
but other than that, I haven't been able to see anyone else.
Yeah.
So
Dang.
like my little niece's birthday actually was yesterday. So we did a Zoom birthday party. She opened her gifts on Zoom. So that was okay.
Yeah.
But it just, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cause I'm just hearing different stuff, airborne, or I don't know what to think. I'm just like,
Yeah. Yeah. It's nuts. Like, so like I've seen you working out. Like I know you got like your workout page and stuff. Like, how has this inspired you to do more? You know what I'm saying? Or like, is it tough?
it, it's really tough personally for me because I used to go to the gym like every day in Luxembourg, like lift every day. So like for me, lifting and like being able to actually use weights was just like, it's a mental thing for me. So now I'm not using no weights. I'm just like, okay, these squats, are they actually working? So I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out different stuff, different exercises to try to,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And I just been like, I'm like really like stressing over the gym because like now I'm weighing myself every 3 days. Like, okay, let me just see if I'm gonna lose some weight. Or, no, but I'm really like, I'm just, I don't know. It's just weird.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy my dad has like he has a shed little area,
Okay.
so I'm able to work out. He actually was able to go. My dad works at high school.
Okay.
He coached high school varsity girls basketball.
Cool. Cool.
So he actually got a chance. They opened up his school the other day, so he actually got a chance to go get me some weighted vests, a med ball, jump ropes, and like some little hurdles, and then some basketballs. But the weather here hasn't been that nice for me to actually go outside and do a proper workout. So I just been inside doing like 30-minute workouts, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I love the gym, so it's been like a little stressful not being able to do that. And like um it's a church out over where I stay.
Okay.
They have a basketball rim, but the weather hasn't been good, so I haven't been able to go to shoot. So I don't know. So
Yeah.
when it gets better, hopefully. I've ran a few times since I've been here, but it's just different, going to the actual gym.
Nah, I could imagine. Like, you was about to go back to Australia, right? Like after the season.
Mm,
So
yeah,
like,
and they canceled theirs too.
wow,
Hmm.
that's not happening. Period.
And then it was like at first they postponed it. So our first game was April of this month, the 25th.
Okay.
So at first they postponed the season till I think it was like May something.
Mhm.
And then just like 2 weeks ago, they was like, we're just gonna cancel the season. And then it was like some Americans were already out there, so they sent them home as well.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I think it's just a rough time for everyone, and especially like professional athletes because
Yeah.
uh,
Exactly. Exactly. That's the crazy thing. That's why I wanted to talk to like you and a bunch of people that came back. Like, cause I saw the XFL. They just like went into bankruptcy.
yeah,
So
that's another thing is like what's going to happen to like major sponsors of teams that sponsor the teams, and like what's going to happen in the future
mm,
with just basketball in general, even like the NBA. So
yeah,
it's like I
exactly.
was up that night. The night that they canceled the NBA, I was up actually waiting to see Zion play. I was up at like 4 a.m. I'm like, all right, they're about to play. I'm excited. No game. I was just like, dang, this is real. That's when I was like, all right, maybe this is, getting real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just like, and just to be honest, me and my dad, I've been in the house with my dad.
Mm,
It's just been me and him for the most part.
mm,
So we've just been taking it day by day.
yeah, yeah. That's all we
And
can.
doing like whatever the weather gives us and stuff like that. We just take it. He's actually like, he actually like a little more upset than I am. And I'm like, you know, to me, quarantine is almost like when we was in Europe. Like other than like being in the house, I'm of course playing and lifting, but other than that, I'm usually in the house. Netflix.
Right, right. Yeah, chilling.
You watch playing Netflix?
Yeah.
What are
That's,
you watching?
I've just finished. Well, All American. I finished
I'm
that.
watching that as well. Oh my God, so good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just hit season 2.
Yup, yup. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So I'm
I
trying
just
to
started that.
know.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah, I just watched that. And somebody else told me about Insecure. I haven't watched that yet.
I heard that's good. I haven't either.
You watch Ozark?
Oh, that good?
It's good. You just can't. It's like really. You can't like be distracted when watching it because every detail in Ozark matters. So it's like you got to be like really focused.
All right. Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, Netflix. I actually downloaded TikTok because I'm bored. So I actually did a TikTok with my dad the other day. So I just been on just trying to pass time.
Right, right. So, like, what advice would you give someone, or just people in general that's like coping with this? How some people may be taking it differently. Like, what advice would you?
Yeah. I would give them the advice just take it day by day. Like take what the day gives you. Every day for me hasn't been the same. Some days, yes, I wake up and I'm just like, moping around, you know what I'm saying? But to be honest, I would just say take it day by day. Just do what you feel as like you want to do, and um I actually picked up, like, me and my dad actually started working on like a trophy room, like for me and my brothers and sisters. Like, so we've been actually working on that. Um, so if you can pick up a new hobby, but taking it day by day, honestly. I
Yeah,
know it's like stressful on some people and like some people not working, but to believe it or not, basketball is my only job. So
yeah.
work, like,
That's
just
what.
do what you can.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you that. Like, how's that been? Like, just it's like a waiting game. You waiting to go overseas and stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
That's yeah,
Is like you said, it's just like we all waiting to see like what's gonna happen. Um, but honestly, I actually have been thinking of like plan B's and C's and D's and stuff like that. As far as like if basketball doesn't come back, just like my dad works at the school, so I told him like maybe I could come help y'all like with some sessions, help with the girls. Actually been looking for grad assistant jobs
yeah,
because I mean, hey, I want to still be around basketball. So if anything possible, like maybe get into something coaching or like like working out kids and stuff like that. So hopefully this doesn't last the whole summer.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because then I can like, all right, I can keep myself busy till the summer, and then September come at basketball. Yeah. So actually, Luxembourg asked me to come back, but I'm just like, I haven't given an answer because I really don't know,
yeah, yeah.
and I don't want to give them an answer and then and not be no basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
it's a waiting game. So actually, my agent also has had time to make highlight tape. So I'll have a highlight tape coming from this season.
yeah.
So
That's
yeah, I'm kind of like mad because we were actually doing pretty good. I wanted to see how far we would get and stuff like that. But
yeah. I saw Amanda and they she was saying the same thing. Like, just hoping they'll finish top four or whatever. And
yeah,
imagine like you doing so well. I know the feeling.
yeah, for real. It was because I actually had a great season. I'm actually pretty proud of myself, but I had a good season. But it's just like now what? You know what I'm saying? Like how can I bounce back from this or even like take it to another level for, the next season or whatever. So it's just like just gotta stay strong
Yeah,
mentally.
yeah. Well, those are all my questions. I appreciate this. This was
Thank you. I enjoyed it. Thank you. I always watch your videos on Instagram. I'm like, ooh, maybe one day I can ask her, can I do one? Because I'm really not like I'm really not like a interview. I get a little nervous because I'll never know if I'm gonna say the right thing. So no, it was cool though. It was cool. I like it. I like what you're doing. I follow your page and stuff like that. So keep doing it, girl.
appreciate it. It's a grind. It's a grind.
Yeah, I know. You got it. You got it though. You started somewhere, so keep doing it.
Thank you. Thank you.